Hello, this is Dumont, and today is going to be very special because I'm going to do two of my most favorite action figures. Before I did three of my top G.I. Joe figures, but this time I'm going to do two that are even higher on my favorites list. And the thing is, the one criteria is that they're going to be about the same size as a standard G.I. Joe figure. And this is a standard old school G.I. Joe figure. So they're going to be compatible to this size, but they are not from G.I. Joe. So get ready and check it out. This is my best. Okay, so this is the first one. The toy company is called Palisades, and they are not the original toy company, but they pretty much brought back what is called Micronauts, and this is an alien figure from that line of Micronauts. I think it was originally called Micro Man, but here he is. The articulation is very similar to a G.I. Joe figure. What is interesting is they have a lot of parts that is interchangeable. So I think they advertise them as welcome to the interchangeable world of Micronauts. And it's pretty much G.I. Joe with a sci-fi twist to it, or a sci-fi theme. As you can see right here, he has tremendous detail. His arms, pretty much the shoulders, the articulation is similar to a G.I. Joe. His head's going to move 360 degrees. There is no up and down movement. He bends at the elbow joint. On this one, the rotation comes from the wrist area, and he also has a rotation on the hand area just because of the specific design going on here. The torso and the waist is similar to a G.I. Joe. The old classic style G.I. Joe with the rubber band on the inside. The legs follow the similar pattern, so it's very articulate, and also bends at the knees. And then in addition, he has a foot rotation. So anyway, it's very excellent articulation, slightly more than your standard G.I. Joe, classic G.I. Joe figure. But let's go into just his overall detail right here. He does come with a clear platform, and like right here, okay, you can see his feet. Let's see, can you see his feet right there? Yeah. They're alien feet, okay? And then you can see he has like plated armor looking things on his legs. His arms are extra long. They're longer than, I guess, what it should be on a normal human being, because he has an attachment, and you can see the claws right there, okay? And so he has like this bumpy type reptile looking skin right there. Let's do a side view, okay? You can see like spikes coming out from his ankles. Very cool. And then obviously he has this tail, which is connected to his torso right there. So he has a very nice, very strong tail construction right there. And obviously this removable wings, which is, I don't know, it's very classic, you know, classic sci-fi looking. It's very unique looking wing, you know. And even more unique, I think you guys have been noticing, is his face. It's like, oh my gosh, look at that really weird looking face. You know, it just almost looks like it's just like this abstract type of, like, almost like a triangle. It's kind of weird geometry shape, you know. And it's very aerodynamic, interesting. And when I bring the head down like that, you can see like this, probably the eye areas right here. It almost looks like a spaceship type head. And this right here is supposed to glow in the dark. I haven't successfully done it, but it's a translucent removable brain, which sounds pretty cool. So I'm going to do that for you guys right now. You can just pop it off right there. See? So it's this removable brain piece. See? And you can just put it on like that. Very nice. Very nice. It stands out, and it's, like I said, it's like this translucent yellowish color right there, and goes very well with him. They produced them in all these crazy different type colors, and this is the one that I like the most. This is the one that I chose. I did have an option when I got there. So, and let me show you how his wings come off. Boom, right there. Okay, so his wings, And these are some crazy looking, they're almost like bat looking, but kind of not at the same time. Very sci-fi looking wings. And so in the back, it pretty much looks like a G.I. Joe type backpack peg thing. Although I believe it was not compatible to G.I. Joe. Now, this is a re-release, like I said. It's a remake, and the box was very, very nice. Right now, I just cannot find the box art and stuff like that. I saved all that. I did open it up, obviously, but I saved the box cover and stuff like that. It came with a sticker, which was very nice, and something that's equivalent to like a G.I. Joe file card, which I also did save. Now, what makes him interesting, what makes him very interesting is basically his interchangeable capabilities. So, like, we can remove his claw hand right there, and see, you give him this saw. Can you see that? Right there, you see it's this translucent, awesome looking saw, and yes, it does rotate. See, it rotates, and you can see it has like the jagged serrations on there. Very, very awesome weapon. I think this is like his signature weapon. I think it's really, really cool looking. So you got that round buzzsaw type thing. He also has plenty of other weapons right here. He has this right here, which is also very, very cool. Look at this. It's like a war club. It's a mace. It's not a club. Sorry. It's a war mace right there. Let's do a close up of that so you can see. Yeah, it looks very vicious, and that's pretty cool. Not as cool as the saw. I think the saw is the coolest by far. And then let's check out the other one right here, which is, there we go. This. Okay, this is pretty much like your standard gun right there, okay? You see it has like a magazine, and then it has like a scope looking thing. So there you go right there. What makes him so cool, he has a lot of very, very awesome detail. Like I said, like some of these plate armor looking things. He has an interesting chest design. His feet, the claws, the interchangeable arms, and then the spikes on his heel is awesome. And then really, the tail stands out. Like I said, his wings really stand out as well. And then on top of that, I love the interchangeable brain. Love the interchangeable brain. And he has just this face that it really strikes the imagination, I think. You know, it just looks very, very fantasy, sci-fi, 80s, you know, early 90s sci-fi looking, you know, just love the design. Actually, I believe the original design is maybe early 80s, late 70s, if I'm not mistaken. So he's pretty old, and it's wonderful, wonderful figure, if you ask me. So this is my top of the line as far as action figures go.